Only 2 games left to go here in the 2024 season. Wausau, Kenosha getting ready for their 3rd contest of the year. We welcome you here inside the Kenosha Kingfish broadcast booth. The Kingfish are still looking for their first win against the Great Lakes West team this year. By the way, Jacob Siciliano, your play-by-play announcer tonight. Kenosha was up 6-0 on Green Bay last night. However, they went on an unanswered streak, put up 11 runs. Let's check the highlights from Kenosha's loss last night to the Rockers. We jump here to the 2nd inning. Kenosha, here's that early offense. Gavin Taylor, look at that ground rule double. Hopped all the way over the high fence out and right. Scores 1 for the Fish. Another later comes around. Kenosha leading 3-0 here again. Still in the 3rd. 2 more come across the score. It's 5-0. They put up 6 on the board. And Kenosha, they lead 6-0 over Green Bay. However, they put up 4 in the 4th. And then right here, it's a 1-run game. Peraza loses the ball. It's a moonshot, the record-setting home run for Green Bay. 77 as a team, single-season record. And then here, Green Bay still doing damage in the 6th. They score 7 runs in total in the inning and hang on to win 11-6 against the Fish. Now let's check the Great Lakes East Division standings. Traverse City lost yesterday and the Growlers won, which means they have a 1.5 game advantage over Traverse City. Their magic number stands at 1 to clinch the 2nd spot in the Great Lakes East playoffs. Rockford already clinched at 19-15. They beat down Traverse City last night. Royal Oak, Kenosha, Battle Creek, and Kokomo rounding out the rest of the Great Lakes East. Now here's who to keep an eye on in tonight's matchup. Tyler Bickers, the leader in average for the Kenosha Kingfish there at 288. He gets going here, 1 home run in the year, the 7 RBIs. He's batting in the 2-hole tonight for the Fish. And on the other side, we get a look here at a man that's 2nd in the NWL in RBIs in Max Galvin. Galvin, 346 the average. This is a Woodchucks team that punishes the baseball. 13 home runs on the year, and then we mentioned the RBIs. 69 exactly. He'll be looking for more here. The league lead at 73. Now our pitchers taking the rubber today. Brock Graff and Eli Frank both making their first start here in the Northwoods League season, coming in the 2nd to last game of the Northwoods League season. Eli Frank out of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, one of the top D3 programs in the country. Brock Graff out of College of the Holy Cross. You can see the numbers right there. This will be Eli Frank's 3rd appearance on the year. Brock Graff getting going in his 6th inning of work. Both the ERAs fairly high, but we'll see how they stack out against each other. Kenosha and Wausau getting ready to do battle once again. The Kingfish looking for their first win against the Great Lakes West opponent. On the other side, Wausau trying to maintain home field advantage. Who's going to win, we'll have to find out. First pitch just minutes away here on the Northwoods League Sports Network. Friday night baseball action returns here to historic Simmons Field as we get ready for the Wausau Woodchucks and the Kenosha Kingfish in the final series of the 2024 season. After this, playoffs for the Woodchucks. Kenosha mathematically eliminated. However, for Wausau, these games do matter. They are in a tight battle with Madison for home field advantage. Let's meet them today and how they look to take on Brock Graff in his first start here for the Kenosha Kingfish. Leading off, one of 2 brothers in the starting lineup tonight, Jake Birkland. He's followed up by Samuel Fisher, his brother Drew, Max Galvin, who's 2nd in the league in RBIs, an all-star as well. Vance Sheehan, Bryce Hubbard, Max Solis, and Val Cerna, along with Christian Smith-Johnson, rounding out the lineup for the Wausau Woodchucks. Again, only 4 starters in this Wausau lineup, not above the 300 mark. So a very strong offensive showing from Wausau this year as they hit as a team above 280. Let's meet how the Kingfish look to put a stop to this team that's just been nothing short of an offensive explosion. From left to right in the outfield goes Tyler Bickers. Bickers, a true infielder. Robert Newland, a true infielder as well. However, he's been in center field and right all year for the Fish. Michael Peraza out in right. Mueller over at 3rd, Nye at short, Mydroff at 2nd base. The 6'7" man and Nick Putnam at 1st with Zach Justice behind the dish. That's all here for a man who has not made a start for the Kenosha Kingfish up until today, and our starter on the mound in Brock Graff. Graff has not gone longer than 2 innings this year as he gets underway with his first pitch coming right here on time at 6:35 p.m. Brock Graff out of College of the Holy Cross. He'll work here against Birkeland, and he's got him down 0-2 early. Again, we've talked about the offensive explosion that we've seen this year from this Woodchucks team. They have been atop the Great Lakes division standings in the West. They've been atop the Northwoods League standings as well offensively. So this is chopped over towards Mueller at third. He'll fire in time over at first base. Good play by Mueller at third to Putnam at first. And the first batter of this game is retired. Almost fall-like temperatures here in Kenosha, Wisconsin today, dipping under 70 degrees. 68 degrees our current temperature right now. Almost feels like we're getting ready for football season. There's NFL preseason on tonight. That's right around the corner. However, we've got the most exciting finish in sports. Postseason baseball coming just our way. That series will pick up just after this one ends. This is chopped over towards Putnam. He'll scoop and run to first base for out number 2. So Brock Graff off to a quick start. 2 outs on the ground, and now Drew Birkeland. Brock Graff, again, he's here in his first start for the Fish. The ERA probably not exactly where he'd like it. 8.44, 6 Ks, and 5 1/3 inning of work so far on the year. Again, the longest appearance he's had, just 2 innings. However, Graff is no stranger to starting games. He has started games at college. He also started several games this summer. He pitched out in South Carolina in the SCBL, which is the Southern Baseball League out there, as this is chopped over towards third base, and Mueller once again. He'll fire in time to retire the batter in Birkeland. So 1, 2, 3 go the Woodchucks. Graff's looking sharp. Fish swinging it next when we return here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Get the latest news and stats on your favorite team or watch live game coverage. While there, check out the selection of Northwoods League headwear, apparel, and more for the sports fan in your life. All proceeds support the Northwoods League Foundation. Visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
Good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Before Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, or Pete Alonso ever took the field in Major League Baseball, they were taking the field as players in the Northwoods League. Every year, more than 90 Northwoods League players are drafted by Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the largest organized baseball league in the world. The major leaguers of tomorrow are playing baseball in the Northwoods League today. Get your tickets and gear online, then visit a Northwoods League ballpark near you.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kingfish getting ready to swing it for the first time. Just a 2-minute inning, folks. Just 2 minutes. Very quick. 1, 2, 3. Let's meet the Fish as they get ready to swing it for the first time. Robert Newland leads things off with Bickers, the leader in average there at 288 for the Fish. Michael Peranza, Mueller 9, Mydroth, Graham, Justice, and Putnam. Connor Mydroth, a name who has been very hot as of late in his last 3 starts. He has had 3 multi-hit games, so look for him to be a difference tonight. He was our player to watch yesterday, had 2 hits. Yesterday was an odd game for the Fish. They went up 6-0 over the Green Bay Rockers before 11 unanswered runs were tallied by Green Bay to take the victory at that score. So the Fish have not beaten a Great Lakes West opponent this year. Wausau representing their final 2 chances. Green Bay has swept them in 4 games. Madison has swept them in 4 games. And Wausau has swept them in 2 so far. Kenosha looking for their first bit of success against the Great Lakes West. And it's a very strong Great Lakes conference this year. A lot of good teams in the East, a lot of good teams in the West. The West has been decided playoff-wise with this team right here in the Woodchucks and the Madison Mallards. They'll be facing off against each other in the first round. 1-2 outside. Only 8 teams making the playoffs here in the entire Northwoods League. So it's a very selective club, 2 from each division. 2-2 here to Newland. It's fouled straight back, so Robert Newland will stay alive. This is a Kenosha team that has seemed to mirror this Woodchucks team offensively, but in quite the opposite way. This is a Wausau team that is second in batting average, 285. Newland hits this one over towards Sheehan at third. He'll fire to first anytime for out number 1. Newland goes down on the 5-3. 3 5-3s already in this ball game so far. But going back to those offensive numbers, 285 for the Wausau Woodchucks, the average. Kenosha 241 as we look at a man who tries to continue those numbers in Eli Frank out of University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. He's making his first start of the year for the Woodchucks as well. So 2 bullpen arms that are making their first start, going off against each other tonight. University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, a very strong Division III school in athletics. Their football team has won a few D3 NCAA titles. One now on its way to Bickers. He'll swing and foul this one off. Bickers has come on as a strong offensive bat for the Fish as of late. He now leads them in average, 288 the average into today. He's working here in his first at-bat, sitting at the 2-hole. Again, Kenosha as a team just 241 the average. Bickers well above that number as he watches Heater there at 89 miles an hour, high and inside. Eli Frank, the 2-2 on its way. This is hit over towards shortstop. Fielding it is Jake Birkland. He'll fire in time for out number 2. So all the outs in this ball game on the ground so far. 6-3 sets down Bickers. And now Kenosha in danger of going down 1-2-3, just like the Woodchucks did at the top half. Eli Frank trying to make that happen. You see the smile there on the face of Birkland. Jake Birkland over there at short with his brother Drew Birkland out in center field. Peraza will swing and miss. Michael Peraza is actually the only Kingfish that is a true outfielder, which is funny to say considering, you know, there's 3 outfield positions. However, Peraza is the only Kingfish that has actually come onto this roster listed at that number. He'll fly one out to his position and right. Making the catch will be Gavlin, and that will end the frame. So both these teams go down 1-2-3 in the first. We head to the second. See if some offense is brewing from the Chucks when we return here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Stay connected and up to date with the free Northwoods League mobile app. Avoid the lines and buy tickets to any of the Northwoods League games anytime, day or night. Subscribe for free and watch games live from anywhere all season long. Get the latest news and stats on top collegiate players from across the country, or personalize it with your favorite team. Either way, we've got you covered. The Northwoods League mobile app is free and available now from the App Store and Google Play.
Ryder Chip, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Ever since I was a kid, I had the dreams of playing professional baseball. It was my obsession. I couldn't imagine a life where I did anything else. As I played, I kept dreaming about the next step, the next opportunity, the next play, and the next catch. My advice to anyone who wants to succeed at this sport is to never stop dreaming. Dream bigs.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. 0-0 our score. Quick couple of innings so far, 2 frames. All 1, 2, 3 innings. So Brock Graff now gets going in his second frame of work as he'll fire a strike here to Max Gavlin. Get a look there at Galvin, 346. The average 13 home runs. It's a number that's led Galvin to the second most RBIs in the Northwoods League. He's at 69 right now as he hits this one well and high but foul off towards the right-hand side. That will drift out of play for strike number 2. Gavlin's here in his 61st game. He was an All-Star here in 2024. He had 2 doubles in that All-Star game. He'll chop foul the 1-2 once again. And we'll do things at that same count. No strikeouts so far for Brock Graff. Went 2 for 6 in that All-Star game. Helped lead the East to a 9-2 victory over the West. Out of Oklahoma State. Did not play there. Has not recorded any stats at OSU so far. The 2-2 chop foul once again. So this is what you're seeing here from Brock Graff. A lot of off speed. That's something that he's focusing on today. He said the scouting report, from what he's heard so far on the Woodchucks, a team that has burned a lot of pitchers so far, especially pitchers who leave fastballs in the zone. So the 2-2 is chopped over towards first, but foul once again. Is that once pitchers feel like they're ahead or comfortable and advantage counts for pitchers, 1-2, 0-2, even here in 2-2. Sometimes they'll try to get greedy and put a fastball down the middle. However, this is a team that will punish fastballs. So even in hitters counts, Graff is saying he's trying to keep him on his toes, switch up his pitches. Gavin will hit another one foul. He's battling here. The pitch mix for Brock Graff goes 4-seam fastball, changeup, slider, curveball, and sinker. 2-2, chop foul once again. So Gavin will not go down. And that's a characteristic that you'll see in really good hitters. They're just able to spoil away at pitches until they can find one that they can drive. That's what we're seeing right here. He'll poke this one out towards left field, charging in, and fielding on a hop is Vickers. So case in point right there. You see a great at-bat from Max Galvin, and that's why this Woodchucks team is batting above 280 as a franchise. See Vickers out there in left field. He's a true infielder. The only infielder, the only true outfielder is Peraza in right. Vickers a true infielder. Newland, true infielder. That was the funny thing, is our official scorer, Aaron Kelly, comes up to me today. He goes, Jacob, by the way, only one outfielder is listed on the Kenosha roster so far. His name is Michael Peraza. He's out in right. This is hit well, but foul off to the left-hand side off the bat of Vance Sheehan. Sheehan out of University of South Carolina upstate. A little different than the Gamecocks. He's here in his 26th game, went 0 for 4 yesterday. However, he's 3 for 8 against the Kingfish, and this is a Woodchucks team that has had a lot of success against Kenosha pitching. 1-1, and that slips away from the catcher Injustice. Advancing 90 feet stands Galvin. Galvin with the first base hit in this one so far. He now stands in scoring position at second base. 2-1 count to Sheehan. Slider, and that gets outside. So now a 3-1 count. Remember, first 6 batters in this ball game all went down on ground outs. Well, first 5 went down on ground outs, and Peraza went down on a fly out to right field. All went down. This inning's a little different. 3-1 inside for ball 4. With nobody out, the Woodchucks have 2 on. Well, we mentioned earlier this broadcast that Brock Graff, his longest outing as a Kingfish, only 2 innings so far. So he's working here in his second, and he's already found himself in a bit of trouble. He says his goal is to throw right around 60 pitches. He said he was up to 85 regularly out there in the Charlotte area. Out there in the South Carolina Baseball League. Played for the Lake Norman Copperheads. He was down there for all of June, took 2 weeks off. Back home in Chicago before coming to the Fish. This hit out towards right field. Bickers chasing the fly ball. He'll make the catch. No runner's tag for the first out of the frame. So a big fly out there from Bryce Hubbard. That puts the inning-ending double play in fashion for Brock Graff if he can draw a ground ball. He'll face off against Max Hulls Jr. here. Look at the eye black there on Max. It's cool if you've ever seen it. His player bio actually has him with the eye black on, which is something you don't see a ton. That ball juts away from Justice, but a good block keeps it in front. There it is. There's the eye black. And the consistency is impeccable. Look at that. That's almost exactly the same that we see on the board. You know, it's got to take some time. .1-0 on its way. And it's taken a low for ball 2. So, you know, maybe if baseball doesn't work out for Solas, maybe makeup artist in the works for a career path. Very clean lines. Personally, could not do it myself. 2-0 is hit on the left-hand side. This curling out of play. So first strike here on Solas Jr. Solas Jr. out of Auburn. 6'5", 235 from the right-hand side. He was an all-star as well. And 1 for 3 in the all-star game. He's a .333 hitter in 2 games against the Fish so far. 2 for 6. 50 walks on the team. That's the lead for these Woodchucks as he'll hit another one sharply. That's almost fair, but just to the left of the third base line. So now a 2-2 count for Graff. Again, a ground ball could get him out of the inning. However, a base hit could plate the first run of the day for these Wausau Woodchucks. Only 1 away. Solas here working in a 2-2 count. Brock Graff trying to escape the frame. 2-2 on its way, and this is chopped towards third base. Fielding is Mueller. He'll just take the 1. Fire to Putnam in time for out number 2. So Kenosha gets the second out. Runners advance 90 feet, but I want to remind you before we proceed that tonight's game is brought to you in part by The Grind, the official coffee of the Northwoods League. You can look for The Grind in select ballpark team stores and online under the shop menu on team websites. A portion of the proceeds for each bag sold will go to benefit the Northwoods League Foundation. So in now stands Val Cerna Jr. as he gets ready to try to break this game open. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 ducks on, and Cerna will chop this one back towards Mydroth. Mydroth will field and fire in time to end the frame. So the Woodchucks leave 2 on. Graff escapes the jam, and this game stays knotted at 0. We go to the bottom of the second. Fish swinging it next. That action coming here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
At 2 Men and a Truck, we'll treat you and your belongings like we'd treat our own grandmas.
Here we go.
Welcome. Whether we're moving you across town or even across the country.
Why call 2 Men and a Truck? If you're like Joe, you need to move your business without moving a single meeting. The word stop isn't in your vocabulary. You want it handled with no hitches, no glitches, and no sweat. That's why you call 2 Men and a Truck.
2 Men and a Truck.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Stay connected with America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Gear up and support the Northwoods League Foundation with every purchase from our online store. Watch live coverage of your favorite team or get the latest news and stats from across the league. There is nothing like a summer in the woods. Visit northwoodsleague.com, your home for the Northwoods League.
I've devoted my career as a surgeon to one thing: curing cancer. At City of Hope, more than 1,600 cancer specialists are working towards breakthrough discoveries, impacting over 100 million lives every year, personalizing treatments right down to your DNA. And though I'm proud to be part of a team that's revolutionizing cancer care here in northeastern Illinois, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin, 0-0 our score. Brock Graff escapes the jam. Runners on second and third for the Woodchucks. Woodchucks could not come through as we get a look at how they align defensively. Smith Johnson in left, Birkeland in center. In right field stands Gavin Sheehan at third. Jake Birkeland to be specific at short, Cerna at second, Fisher at first, and Hubbard, the catcher, behind the dish. Sebastian Mueller, he was 0 for 5 yesterday. He gets his first cracks today as he'll line one towards right center. This will find turf. He'll take the turn, and this ball is misplayed in center by Birkeland. Hustling stands Mueller, and he'll stop at second. So a good piece of contact for Sebastian Mueller. Will probably go down as a single and a fielding error on the center fielder in Birkeland, Drew Birkeland to be specific. We'll wait on an official ruling here, but nonetheless, Sebastian Mueller stands on second base in scoring position with nobody on. Will be the first hit of the day for the Fish. Now Brandon Nye will come to bat with a runner here in scoring position. Brandon Nye will sky this one out towards right center as well. Trailing back is Gavlin. He's drifting towards the track. Tagging is Mueller. Gavlin will make the throw. It'll be cut off at second base by Cerna. But advancing to third stands Sebastian Mueller. So now a little small ball. Sacrifice fly advances the runner to third, and now Mueller stands 90 feet away from representing the first run in this ball game. So it does go down as an error. Will go down as a single and an error on the center fielder, Drew Birkeland. Connor Mydroff, he has been red hot. As red hot can be for the Fish. You see the average climbing north there at 237. Mydroff here in his 31st game. He'll take strike one. Mydroff, his last 3 games, each of them he's tallied 2 hits in. He's had a lot of success so far. He was down in the 8-hole last night. 2 for 4, 2 ribbies, a run as well. He's in another ribby spot here. This over the head of the pitcher in Frank. Coming in and scoring is Mueller. They'll take the out instead. It's 1-0 Kenosha. So the Fish on the board first. Sebastian Mueller comes across to score. Connor Mydroff picks up the RBI on the 4-3. Get a look here at the RBI scoring play. Good play from Jake Birkeland just to nab Connor Mydroff at first, but good baseball all around. Kingfish on the board. One hit apiece for both these teams, and now Patrick Graham will take inside for ball one. Again, both these starting pitchers making their debut as a starter. Eli Frank, he's allowed the earned run here. Coming into today, the ERA at 10.80. This is his second year in the NWL, so he is a veteran of the Northwoods League. Played back in 2022 with Green Bay. 1-1 swung on this by Patrick Graham. Through in 3 games for the Rockers, who were here in Kenosha last night. At a 4.50 ERA, so a little higher this year. And the same amount of appearances. He'll pick up the strikeout on Graham to end the frame. First K of the entire ball game, but it's not before Kenosha picks up 1. We go to the 3rd inning. Fish lead 1-0 here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
You have to be dedicated to playing the Northwoods League. You know, they play the games and it's serious. You know, I mean, you're looking at maybe an opportunity to be a professional athlete.
The league provides a superior player experience with unparalleled technology in support of player development and visibility. TrackMan data reporting is available to all players and Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the ultimate collegiate summer baseball experience.
So glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Upon what a grab by Serena Timmer. In contact, left side, diving effort, what a catch!
The winning run of the Honeybees.
And over the fence, that's going to be a home run for Shayna Bistro.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. The Fish officially on the board. It's a 1-0 game as the Woodchucks look to respond as Graff takes the rubber for his 3rd inning of work. His line so far through 2 innings. 30 pitches, 1 hit, 1 walk. So that hit and that walk advanced to 2nd and 3rd last inning. However, Graff was able to escape the jam on a 4-3 ground out from Val Cerna Jr. And now Christian Smith-Johnson gets ready here for his first cracks of the day. He's in the 9 hole, so 9-1-2 will come to bat in this frame. So Wausau will get a second look here at the starter in Graff. No one in the Northwoods League has seen Graff more than once this year. 0-2 is low. Christian Smith-Johnson here in his 45th game. 236 the average. He's out in left field tonight. He'll swing and hit this one over towards Mueller. He'll field and fire on a nice play in time for out number 1. So Mueller's getting a lot of action there over in the hot corner. He had to traverse quite a bit to his left to make that play. So Sebastian Mueller with another 5-3 ground out for the first out of the frame, and now we roll things over to the top of the lineup for these Wausau Woodchucks. Look there at Mueller. He's been all over the infield this year. Honestly, one of the few infielders on this team to have not made a start in the outfield. Manager Aiden Warshing prides himself on moving guys around and getting them reps in places that they typically wouldn't. He lives by that so much, even so that Jackson Horner was over at third base in yesterday's ball game, coaching the bag. That's James Marshall right there with the knee up. Horner should be right behind him. Looks like our batter here in Berkland's blocking him. 0-2 to Berkland. Good pitch on the outside corner. You saw the slider there at 65 miles an hour. There he is. Looks like he's picking his nose. 1-2 is driven well out towards center field. Giving chase out here is Newland. He'll give it a leap, but can't get the ball. Berkland heading for second. He could be looking for three. The helmet comes off. He's chugging for third. The throw from Brandon Nye is offline. That gets away, but a good cover from Graff. And it's a triple for Jake Berkland. That ball just got over the head of Robert Newland out in center field. Looks like didn't get the best jump on it. Almost had to hesitate. First triple of the year for Jake Berkland. He drives this one well out towards center field. And you see Newland sticks the glove up, can't make the catch, and now the Woodchucks in a good position to tie this baseball game. First extra base hit of the contest, and Fisher gives that one a big swing and a miss. We've seen good two-strike hitting from this Woodchuck team. We've talked about it. Jake Berkland was down 0-2. He works it back. He's able to find turf for a triple. Fisher here from Florida International University. Now he's down 0-2. What will we see here? And this is driven out towards right center. This will fall and tie the ball game. Fisher, the RBI single, brings in Berkland. And this game, back where it started, tied at 1. So back-to-back hits for the Woodchucks, and that's all it needed. And we talked about it, the two-strike hitting from this Wausau team, down 0-2. Fisher is able to just poke a ball into right center. Wasn't hit overly hard. Wasn't a bad pitch from Graff. And you can see the expression on his face right there. He's like, what do I do? So Fisher leads off of first. In the bat now, Drew Berkland. Berkland had the misplayed ball out in center field. That allowed Sebastian Mueller to advance to second. And later tagged over to third base. And came around the score on a ground out from Mydroff. 0-1 on its way. This is job foul, so no, another 0-2 count. Question for Graff is, can he finish the job? No strikeouts so far for Brock Graff. Five home runs the total for Drew Berkland. 7 doubles as well, so he's got plenty of pop. It's 3 for 8 against the Fish. 0-2 on its way, that's low. Changeup there, 74 miles an hour. The changeup, a pitch that Brock Graff says he relies very heavily on. He's working on a sinker. He says he'll throw it occasionally if he needs to, especially if the team starts to find his fastball. I'll check on the runner here. Sinker would be a good pitch here with a runner on first, a 1-2 count. Middle infield playing double play depth with one away. Could get Graff out of the inning. Already one across, highlighted by the triple from Drew's brother, Jake. 1-2 on its way. This is chopped over towards third base. Mueller with pick, fire over to second base. They'll just get the one on the fielder's choice, but Mueller cuts down the lead runner. And we've talked about it. Sebastian Mueller is getting a lot of action over there at third today. Makes another good play. It's going to boost the defensive fielding average for that man right there. Take another look, the short hop off the turf. Right over to Mydroth, who's doing his first base impersonation. Good stretch off the bag. And now Galvin will come to bat. Runner will take off for second base. The throw down from Justice. In time, he got him on a hop. Great play to stick with it, and that is the inning. One comes across for the Woodchucks. However, Zach Justice throws him out to end the frame. Tied at 1 here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Thurston's, they were great host parents. They gave me, bed, everything I needed. When we're coming in late from travels, hopefully I didn't wake them up. But I always, remember them fondly.
The host families are unbelievable. How they love these kids, and my hat's off to this organization. They're awesome.
Host families are the foundation of the Northwoods League, no question.
More than 300 Northwoods League players have advanced to Major League Baseball, including 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer, World Series champion Chris Sale, and 3-time Gold Glove winner Matt Chapman, as well as Major League Baseball All-Stars Tony Gonsolin and Jose Trevino, and the 2021 Major League Baseball Home Run Derby champion Pete Alonso. This is Northwoods League Baseball.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Zach Justice, the man who ended the last inning on the throwdown of the runner in Drew Berkland. Let's take a look here. Great tag from Brandon Nye. He picked it off the turf, placed it down. A great throw from Justice. A quick one of that, too, as he gets ready for his first at-bats of the night. Zach Justice out of the University of Oregon. He was born and raised in Oakland, California before his parents decided they wanted to get out of Oakland, moved out to Bend, Oregon. Justice was okay with the move. He said he didn't have too much experience in high school because of COVID, as this one's hit over towards shortstop on a hop, fires Berkland in time for out number 1. So moving out to Bend. Said he's enjoyed the experience, was able to be coached by Richie Sexton, who was his high school coach. Sexton was a very famous Brewers player. So over at first base, was a 2-time All-Star. Justice says the biggest thing that he has learned from him was a short-term memory. He said Sexton was a guy that would strike out a lot. Sexton had over 300 home runs in the major leagues. I was talking to our GM earlier today, and Ryan Goralski, and he was saying that he was kind of the Prince Fielder before Prince Fielder came to town for the Brewers. Played with the Brewers in the early 2000s. He's a big fan favorite. Now Nick Putnam, he's down 0-2, and he will watch outside for ball 1. Putnam, he's striking out at a 42% clip. So he'll look to avoid the strikeout here. So he's down 1-2. Only 1 K in the game. There's number 2 for Eli Frank. Full strikeouts in this ball game. On the Wausau side, as Patrick Graham and Nick Putnam have both gone down on strikes. Now Robert Newland here with 2 away. I'll take strike 1. Newland batting for the second time. He grounded out to third base his first time up. 1 is picked off the turf by Hubbard. Frank working out of the stretch. You can see his feet angled there. It's good for hip rotation as the 1-1 taken for strike 2. Eli Frank, he's thrown against Kenosha before. Through a scoreless inning versus Kenosha back on August 6th. That was a 16-6 win for the Woodchucks. 1-2 swung on and missed. The ball down in the turf, but it's picked up by Hubbard. He'll apply the tag, and Wausau gets out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 frame for Eli Frank as we go to the 4th here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
But what I loved about the Northwoods League is it's strictly college. The kids are all in the same peer group. It's just so refreshing. So if you like baseball, you leave a stadium and you feel really good about what you just saw.
That was one of the funnest experiences of my life, honestly. That was kind of the first time I, got away from home for a really long time and was kind of living on my own a little bit. The way it kind of simulates college and minor league baseball and professional baseball with the traveling and staying overnight, I had a lot of fun.
More than 700 players have been drafted in the last 5 years, and nearly 100 made their Major League Baseball debut in that time. The Northwoods League is the ultimate collegiate summer baseball experience.
What's up? You need some windows?
Home. Oh, you need windows, yes you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts?
Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Another 1-2-3 frame for the Chucks as we get a look here at the cloud cover in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Again, fall-like temperatures today. 69 degrees is our read right here on the temp as you see the high shadows coming across historic Simmons Field. So if you remember, Max Galvin was in the batter's box last inning before Zach Justice threw out Drew Berkland. So he'll bat again, technically stepping in the box for the 3rd time now, but will go down here as a second at bat in a new count. 1-1 on its way. It's outside. We'll do things here at 2-1. Both these pitchers have been very efficient so far, each of them only allowing the 1 run. The 1 run is earned for Graff. However, for Frank, it goes as an unearned run if you think back to the error out in there in center field from Drew Berkland. Gavlin, one of 3 singles for Wausau so far, or I should say hits. 2 singles and a triple make up all 3 hits for the Woodchucks so far. 3-2 count here to Max Galvin. Pitch on its way and it's outside. Galvin will walk here to start the 4th. While we have the time, I want to remind you the Northwoods League is proud to partner with the authentic Stadium Mustard this season. For over 50 years, Stadium Mustard has been offered at stadiums, ballparks, and arenas from coast to coast. And the Kenosha Kingfish are proud to be serving Stadium Mustard here at historic Simmons Field. Loved by millions, Stadium Mustard. So now Vance Sheehan steps in for his second time. He'll take low for ball one. Graf now over 50 pitches at 53, and you get a look there at the offensive numbers from Sheehan. The Woodchucks and the Mallards played in a series before this. They split, as this could be trouble for the Chucks. 4-6-3 in time from Brandon Nye. Runner erase, twin killer just like that. 2 outs on the board for Brock Graf and the Fish. So leadoff walk nullified by the double play. A good flip there from Mydroff, and then the cannon all the way across the diamond from Brandon Nye. And we've been star-studded by the arm that man has on his right hand. He's made plenty of plays over at short. Talked about him a lot. True third baseman. Played all 56 games at Oakland University. However, he's played in nearly 20 games now at shortstop for the Fish. 1-1, swung on and missed. Good pitch in the dirt there. Looked to be that nasty changeup at 73 miles an hour. And now Bryce Hubbard down 1-2. It's flown out to left field in his one at-bat so far. 1-2 on its way, and it's just low. And you just missed it because it wasn't on TV, but a bird just ran into the netting that's right behind home plate. 2-2 just outside for ball 3. There are still feathers that are hanging on the netting. You can see them right there blowing in the wind. The bird, it almost looked like the Randy Johnson pitch where the bird exploded. Bird didn't explode, it just ran into the net. 3-2's outside for ball 4. That has to be one of the first times I've seen a bird fly into netting. I didn't know exactly what would happen, but I guess we know now. They poof up and then fly away. I've seen birds hit windows, sadly. Always an unfortunate thing. But the bird just flew straight into full speed, too. Bird was not holding back. So 2 walks in the inning. Now we're 2 outs and now only 1 on. And the table set here for Max Solis, the Auburn Tiger, as he takes low for ball 2. The numbers there, 268 home runs. There's strike 1 to Solis. This Wausau team, the offensive numbers off the charts, like we mentioned. 67 home runs. It's 5th best in the Northwoods League. Green Bay, who was just here last night, set the record at 77. This pitch skips away from Justice. They'll pick it up and not before advancing in the scoring position stands Hubbard. Now Wausau just a base hit away from taking their first lead in this ball game. Solis in a hitter's count at 3-1. Could be expecting off speed here. That's what we talked about with Graf. He says throwing fastballs might not be the best idea in their head. There's a fastball there. It's roped down the line. That gets into left field. This will score the runner in Hubbard. I'll take the turn at first, but hold with an RBI single instead. It's a 2-1 ball game. Chuck's up. So a 4th hit of the day for Wausau goes as an RBI single, a long one at that. We talked about this team with 2 strikes and hitting balls real well. This time, no need. 3-1 count, sitting dead red, gets heater. punishes it down the line for an RBI single. Good job out in left field from Bickers just to prevent that from being extra bases for Solis. Kraft just needs one out. Both runs he's allowed so far are earned. This hit through the gap once again. Mydroff gives it a dive, but it's under his glove. So back-to-back hits. Good effort from Connor Mydroff. However, not able to go down. Looked like Putnam was out of position anyways in order to make a play. We'll take another look here. As you see him give it a good lunge. Putnam might have been able to get there, but Cerna was hustling up the line, and now Smith Johnson will come to bat as the Woodchucks look to turn this into a big inning. Again, the 2 outs on the board, all responsible of the 4-6-3 double play. Smith Johnson shows bunt. Smith Johnson here in the 9th spot. It could roll things over to this inning if he were to reach. Johnson with 12 steals on the year. He'll pick up foul tip strike here. So he's got solid speed. 12 steals, 44 games. Kenosha had the leader in first half steals, and Nick Jamarusti here. He had 26. He had to leave early because of a hamstring injury. The 0-2 fouled off Smith Johnson in the box. Here's a good look at Christian Smith Johnson. Gonna work here in an 0-2 count. Kraft has struggled to find a good pitch on 0-2. No strikeouts. This one hit well out towards left field, trailing back Bickers. He'll make the catch. So Kenosha is able to limit the damage. However, one comes across. The Woodchucks take their first lead of the day. It's a 2-1 ball game as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. That action coming next here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
I've devoted my career as a surgeon to one thing: curing cancer. At City of Hope, more than 1,600 cancer specialists are working towards breakthrough discoveries, impacting over 100 million lives every year, personalizing treatments right down to your DNA. And though I'm proud to be part of a team that's revolutionizing cancer care here in northeastern Illinois, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
Stay connected with America's premier summer collegiate baseball and softball leagues at NorthwoodsLeague.com. Support the Northwoods League Foundation with a purchase from our online store. Get the latest news and stats, or join over 1 million fans at the ballpark. Just select your favorite team, find the game you want to see, then hand-pick your tickets and print your tickets at home. For tickets 24 hours a day, visit NorthwoodsLeague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin on the Northwoods League Sports Network. The Woodchucks have taken an early advantage, 2-1. They've scored in back-to-back innings now to take their first lead. In this one, they're looking to hold it here against the meat of the Kenosha order. Tyler Bickers, Michael Peraza, and Sebastian Mueller, 2, 3, 4. due up now for the Fish. Bickers, so far today, he's grounded out once. So this is at bat number 2. He'll take strike number 1 to even the count at 1-1. Frank here very efficient so far as he enters inning number 4. 35 pitches through just 3 innings of work. 1-1 outside. He's done it with 3 strikeouts. Picked up 2 of those 3 to end the 3rd frame. So you can see the streaking Elvis mascot getting escorted back. He was tackled by our grounds crew here at Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's like Will Schmidt, Jake Riegel making form tackles out there in left center field. It's Elvis for President Day here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. 2-2 outside. So Kenosha, knowing about all the political divide, like the presidential election coming up in November, said they needed a new candidate, quote unquote, Fin-dependent. It's been the verbiage being used here at historic Simmons Field today. 3-2 is fouled off the bat of Bickers. Looks like he was able to just get the bat out there to fall off the pitch, and he'll stay alive at 3-2. On its way, and this is hit over towards shortstop. Fielding here is Berkland. He'll make the play on Bickers. Kenosha only 1 hit on the board. That was the single from Sebastian Mueller that was misplayed by Jake Berkland's brother. And there's Jake right there, Drew Berkland in center field, that allowed Mueller to come around and score. But that's the only hit in this ball game for the Fish so far. That came back as the leadoff hit in the 2nd inning. As Peraza will swing at the high cheese at 88 miles an hour. Peraza flew out to right field. As he'll fly one out towards right center once again. Charging hard is Berkland. He'll drift under the baseball and make the catch for out number 2. So Kenosha now in danger of another 1-2-3 inning. Kenosha went down 1-2-3 in the first. They scored in the second, but only had 4 batters come to bat in that inning, and they went down 1-2-3 in the third, and now here in the fourth, 2 already out for Sebastian Mueller, who owns the only hit of the day for the Fish. No swing and miss here. While we have the time, I want to remind you real fast that Northwoods League Summer Collegiate Softball's here. The Northwoods League Foundation is celebrating their inaugural season this summer. You can find out more about Northwoods League Softball at northwoodsleague.com. You can follow them on Twitter at NWL Softball. So this will end the frame as Sebastian Mueller grounds out to Berkland once again. So a lot of action over there at shortstop. It ends the frame. We go to the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 game. This one's moving quick here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The Northwoods League Foundation is enriching the quality of life for families with an enduring and caring focus on the communities it serves. Through direct donations and proceeds from the Northwoods League online store, the Northwoods League Foundation is harnessing a unique passion for summer collegiate baseball and softball to invest in communities so everyone benefits from the wide-ranging experience offered by the great games of baseball and softball. Visit northwoodsleague.com/foundation and share your passion for the games we love.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Woodchucks, they're leading 2-1. Talk about a masterful pitching performance right now from the Wausau starter and Eli Frank. He has been the definition of efficient. Brock Graff, solid as well. 71 pitches through 4 innings, 2 earned runs. But Eli Frank, 4 innings of work, 45 pitches. He's had 3 1-2-3 innings. As we'll see the Woodchucks here ready to face off against Brock Graff once again. Frank, he's only faced 13 batters in this game so far. So this is skied up high towards Peraza and Newland. It'll be Peraza who makes the catch. And Birkland is retired. So third time now through the lineup. Jake Birkland representing the leadoff man going down here in the 5th. So Samuel Fisher and his brother Drew Birkland will now come to bat. Birkland on deck, Fisher up now as he watches outside for ball 1. Well, we know the Woodchucks are keeping a close eye on what Madison is doing. Again, Madison holding just a half-game advantage above the Woodchucks for home field advantage right now. And the Mallards, they're winning 4-1 over the Eau Claire Express. 2-0 taken for a strike here to Fisher. That's ruled inside by home plate umpire Tyler Melhop. Melhop behind the plate tonight. Brett Meal over at first and Nicholas Hudlow over at third. Now a full count here to Fisher. Three-two upstairs for ball 4. So Brock Graff has seen 3 full counts today, and he's walked batters on each of the 3. Fisher will reach here in the 5th. Kenosha has only had 1 batter reach base in this ball game so far. That's been Sebastian Mueller. The Woodchucks have had 9. So it's a 2-1 game, still very close. However, those offensive numbers drastic at that. 9 times the amount of base runners that have been on for this Wausau team. This could be trouble. Mueller will field 5, 4, 3, not in time at first. So almost another twin killer. However, the speed there from Birkland as he's able to break it up. Goes down as a fielder's choice on the 5-4. Again, Mueller having plenty of action over there at third. That's his 6th play, his 6th defensive assist of the game so far. This ball scampers away from Justice, and he'll just eat it. Won't make a throw. Good advance there by Fisher, as he'll put himself in scoring position here with 2 away. Put himself in scoring position for a man who exceeds with runners in scoring position. Galvin with 69 RBIs, number 70, sits in scoring position on second base. 1-0 outside. The league lead has 73. So Galvin's chasing 4. Two-0 is tapped in front of the plate. It will be ruled a fair ball, and that will be the inning. So Galvin says it's hit him in the box. He'll chat things over with our home plate umpire, but that's the frame. Players running off the field. Looks like we're going to have a meeting of the umpires, so hold your horses. Kenosha has left the field. Some Kingfish are still hanging out there. Robert Newland and Michael Peraza both still on the field. So we see our umpire crew here in Tyler Melhop, Brett Meal, and Nicholas Hudlow talking things over. And we'll take another look here at what we have in Kenosha. Question maybe being, did it hit him in the box? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it goes off the plate. The question might be where Justice feels it. The plate is in play. So if we take a look here and Justice comes over the plate, he's no longer in foul territory. So you can obviously see it goes off the corner on the left-hand side of the base, and then coming up is Justice, and they'll rule him out. So that will be the frame. Kenosha puts up another 0 on the board. Their 4th of the day as we go to the bottom of the 5th here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Get the latest news and stats on your favorite team or watch live game coverage. While there, check out the selection of Northwoods League headwear, apparel, and more for the sports fan in your life. All proceeds support the Northwoods League Foundation. Visit northwoodsleague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you can tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Before Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, or Pete Alonso ever took the field in Major League Baseball, they were taking the field as players in the Northwoods League. Every year, more than 90 Northwoods League players are drafted by Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the largest organized baseball league in the world. The major leaguers of tomorrow are playing baseball in the Northwoods League today. Get your tickets and gear online, then visit a Northwoods League ballpark near you.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. That's a pretty cool cloud. Looks like it might be moving our way, might shroud us in darkness. However, sun just about a set below the horizon, so maybe, just maybe, we could have a sunset bouncing off of this radiant cloud that's taken all over right field right now. Perfect weather today. You know, as a Midwesterner myself, I love these crisp weather ball games. That's what we got right here. You know, it's not football. We love baseball. And this reminds me of October baseball. There's nothing more special than postseason baseball. Here in the Northwoods League, instead of October, we trade it for August, but it's still just as fun as Brandon Nye smokes this one over towards shortstop Birkland on a hop. Got him! Sports Center for Jake Birkland. Brandon Nye, he has had so many hard-hit baseballs this year that have just seemingly turned into outs, and Jake Birkland converts another one right there. We'll take another look. Look at this sliding dive and the footwork. He did a full gainer on that throw in order to nab Brandon Nye the base hit. The fact that that baseball was anywhere remotely near the bag is just impressive in its own regard. This one's popped up into shallow right field. Galvin makes the catch, so just two quick outs like that. Connor Mydroth goes down for the second time today. But that is a Sports Center worthy play if I've ever seen one here at historic Simmons Field. Nick Jamarusti, the only fish to make Sports Center this year. For a catch he had out in center field. Jamarusti, Ohio State guy. We talked about him earlier in the broadcast. 26 steals, led the Northwoods League in the first half of the NWL season here in 2024. Eli Frank, one pitch away from 50. As This is hit sharply into left field. It's a fair ball. Extra bases for Patrick Graham. He's on his way to second. He's chugging in. This might be a tight play. He'll dive, and he's in there barely. Middle infield of Wausau, I can't believe it. Patrick Graham will take it. His second double of the year for the Fish. We'll take another look. And, oh, that's close. That's about as close as it gets. Great throw from Smith Johnson out in left field, but I think Patrick Graham just got the fingertips in. Because you see the glove appear just before he gets his hand in. But I think he might have gotten under the glove. I think that's maybe what we saw Nicholas Hudson see over there at the third base umpire spot. Justice will hit this one high into left field, trailing over Smith Johnson once again. He's having some trouble with the ball, but he'll make the catch. Traversing to his left, and that will end the frame. So the double from Patrick Graham represents only the second hit. Kenosha can't convert, still a 2-1 ball game as we head to the sixth here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Stay connected and up to date with the free Northwoods League mobile app. Avoid the lines and buy tickets to any of the Northwoods League games anytime, day or night. Subscribe for free and watch games live from anywhere all season long. Get the latest news and stats on top collegiate players from across the country, or personalize it with your favorite team. Either way, we've got you covered. The Northwoods League mobile app is free and available now from the App Store and Google Play.
Right, Chip. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Ever since I was a kid, I had the dreams of playing professional baseball. It was my obsession. I couldn't imagine a life where I did anything else. As I played, I kept dreaming about the next step, the next opportunity, the next play, and the next catch. My advice to anyone who wants to succeed at this sport is to never stop dreaming. Dream bigs.
Still a 2-1 ball game here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, as the Woodchucks look to give themselves a little bit of insurance. Still on the mound, working here for his 6th inning of action stands Brock Graff. This is hit sharply but foul, and oh, watch out there, Mike King. He's walking back towards his camera, and you know, Mike, if you'll hear me as soon as he puts his headset on. You know, Mike, if you were sitting there over at third base, you know, you wouldn't have had to dodge that baseball. He's picking up his mitt, and he's got the trusty old glove over there at third. Mike King has made several plays over at third base for us this year. They don't count for the Kingfish, but that's why you have the trusty old leather out there. You see the Rawlings mitt? Yeah, he's giving his wave. Mike King. It's been a staple of Kenosha Kingfish broadcasts for, I believe, 11 years. 8 years? Being told 8. 2016, the first year that Bob King joined the Fish, as we'll see a walk here from Brock Graff. Graff has had a couple issues with the walk bug so far. Still no strikeouts, 5 walks for Graff. They haven't hurt him too much. Again, only the 2 earned runs. Hubbard will take strike 1 there. Curveball, 82 miles an hour. Bryce Hubbard is the beer batter here tonight in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Brock Graff now at 90 pitches. Graff said he was originally thinking he'd go around 60. However, he said he threw 85 regularly in the SCBL. So he's no stranger to throwing up and the high pitch counts. He's got the beer batter now down 0-2. Pitch on its way. It's swung on and missed. Graff, his first strikeout of the day, goes on the beer batter here in Bryce Hubbard. So you see the fans trickling out. They're going to get themselves some half-price beverages. Two for one beers. You see Elvis there, all smiles here in Kenosha. Fish might be trailing, but in Wisconsin, the state that drinks more than any other, as Justice will fire down to first base, not in time. You know, the 21-plus fans here at historic Simmons Field love when the beer batter goes down on strikes. No one on its way. Just outside, so the count will even here to Solis. Again, that's just the first strikeout of the day for these Wausau Woodchucks. Been able to draw 5 walks off of Graff. However, Graff has been able to navigate around that. Only the 2 earned. So he goes on his 6th inning of action. Don't pick up strike 2 here on Solis, so maybe that first strikeout, Hubbard, was all he needed to break the dam. However, he is nearing 100 pitches. This will be his last inning. Again, coming into today here in the Northwoods League, 2 innings, the longest Graff has gone this year. The 1-2 to Solis, slider but low. Count now will even at 2s. Talked about it. Madison, Wausau fighting for home field advantage. Mallards leading 7-1 in the bottom of the 6th as that game goes on. 2-2 on its way, and it's outside for ball 3, so now a full count. If you remember, there's been 3 full counts today for Graff. All 3 have resulted on the base on balls. Tsubasa Tomi will take the mound tomorrow for the Fish. A dynamic 5'5" right-hander out of Tokyo, Japan. He's been a fan favorite here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's another guy that started out in the bullpen, converted to a starting arm. That's been really the story of the Kenosha pitching staff here in the second half. As the 3-2 is in there for strike 3. However, the ball goes into center field. Newland will cover. Almost a strike him out, throw him out. However, he'll just get 1 for out number 2. Oh, they're saying that ball was... and it looks like there's an interference call. So that will end the inning. Well, I guess you call it a strike him out, kind of throw him out, double play. I don't really know, but we're out of the inning. 2-1 Wausau as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
At 2 Men and a Truck, we'll treat you and your belongings like we'd treat our own grandmas.
Here we go. Welcome.
Whether we're moving you across town or even across the country.
Why call 2 Men and a Truck? If you're like Joe, you need to move your business without moving a single meeting. The word stop isn't in your vocabulary. You want it handled with no hitches, no glitches, and no sweat. That's why you call 2 Men and a Truck.
2 Men in a Truck.
miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Stay connected with America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Gear up and support the Northwoods League Foundation with every purchase from our online store. Watch live coverage of your favorite team or get the latest news and stats from across the league. There is nothing like a summer in the woods. Visit northwoodsleague.com, your home for the Northwoods League.
I've devoted my career as a surgeon to one thing: curing cancer. At City of Hope, more than 1,600 cancer specialists are working towards breakthrough discoveries, impacting over 100 million lives every year, personalizing treatments right down to your DNA. And though I'm proud to be part of a team that's revolutionizing cancer care here in northeastern Illinois, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
All right, welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. So we have an explanation on the ending of last inning. It goes down as batter's interference. The batter in Solis stepped in front of the throw from Justice, which resulted in interference for the technical strike him out, throw him out, interference, whatever you want to call it, double play. Solis goes down on strikes, and it looked like Sheehan would have had the bag. Putnam will take on the hit by pitch. And take another look here. See where that got. Nick Putnam, oop, yeah, right there on the shoulder. Probably happy it's a breaker, so now Nick Putnam will lead off of first base. Pitch stands high. So it looks like the Kalamazoo Growlers will officially clinch the Great Lakes East Division here in the second half. They defeated the Kokomo Jackrabbits 8-1 in game one of a two-game doubleheader. Both those games 7 innings. Their magic number was 1, so they pick up the game they needed, and it doesn't even matter, but they're leading in the second game 3-1 as well. Traverse City, they're losing right now to Battle Creek 5-3. However, with the magic number at that mark of 1, it looks like it will be the Growlers will make another run at the postseason. They won it all back in 2022. Green Bay was the champion last year in 2023. Traverse City, the victor before that in 2024, and now a walk surrendered here to Robert Newland. This is the first walk that we have seen issued today from Eli Frank. You'll see his third baseman there, and our shortstop instead, and Jake Birkland pushing him around saying, you got this, but relief coming in the pen. So now Kenosha threatening for the first time since the second inning. They'll show bunt here. Bickers gets it down. He'll stop to allow the runners to advance. Thought we were almost going to have some Javi Baez action right there. You think back to the play against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I can't remember the year. It might have been 2019. There was a play where Javi Baez hit a chopper, then ran all the way back to first base. And this is what you're going to see right here from Bickers. Ran all the way back to home plate instead. You see he pumps on the brakes. Now, in that play that the Cubs had against the Pirates, a run was able to score. But all they had to do was step on the bag to end the inning. Brazo will hit this one foul on the left-hand side. If you're a Cubs fan, you know the play I'm talking about. A lot of Brewers fans here in the Wisconsin area. Wausau, Kenosha. Both Wisconsin teams. Wausau, well, more in the heart of the state. Kenosha here right on that blend of Chicago and Milwaukee. This will score a run and tie the ball game for the Fish. So Kenosha has scored both their runs on 4-3 groundouts as it's now a new game tied at 2s. Let's take another look here. Michael Peraza makes contact. 4-3. Peraza almost beat that out as well. So now Kenosha here with runners on the corner. Opportunity to regain the lead. They took it in the second. Can they take it back here? That's the question. Sebastian Mueller now comes to bat. He had the first hit of the day for the Fish. Kenosha still only has 2. The other being the double from Patrick Graham, which came last inning in the 5th. So Mueller here works with 2 away. They'll take upstairs. And now a 2-0 count. Mueller out of Quinnipiac. Only played in a handful of games. He was plagued by 2 injuries. 2-0 on its way. And it's taken low for ball 3. So now a 3-0 count here to Sebastian Mueller. Mueller's had 2 big surgeries, one on his knee, had another on his hand where they took out a chunk of bone that was broken. As the 3-0 in there for strike 1. So before our next pitch, I want to ask you a question. Are you a baseball or softball coach? Well, one-way coach-to-catcher communication is a brand new solution to the game. The Northwoods League is proudly partnered with the Headset app to be their preferred coach-to-catcher communication solution. You can try it out with your team today using the Headset app for 5 days. This into right center field. Mueller dumps it and scores another for the Fish. It's now 3-2 Kenosha. Mueller his second hit of the ball game, and he's looking sharp. 3-1 count, gets a piece he can deal damage with. And just dumps it right between Berkland and Galvin. Newland comes in, and just like that, the Fish have regained the lead. The 2 runs that have come across this inning stand both earned to Eli Frank. This by far is the longest inning so far. Prior to this inning, Kenosha had only 2 runners on base all ball game. In this inning alone, we have seen 3 reach. And now Brandon Nye looks to keep the inning alive with 2 away. He'll sky one up here into shallow center field. Charging is Drew Berkland. He's coming all the way in, is able to make the catch. So Wausau is able to limit the damage. Kenosha, however, 2 runs to regain the lead. It's a tight one here in K-Town. 3-2 our score. We head to the 7th here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
You have to be dedicated to play in the Northwoods League. You know, they play the games and it's serious. You know, I mean, you're looking at maybe an opportunity to be a professional athlete.
The league provides a superior player experience with unparalleled technology in support of player development and visibility. TrackMan data reporting is available to all players and Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the ultimate collegiate summer baseball experience.
So glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Upon what a grab by Serena Timmer. In contact, left side, diving effort, what a catch!
The winning run of the Honeybees.
And over the fence, that's going to be a home run for Shayna Bishop.
So it's now a bullpen game for the Kenosha Kingfish as they have regained the lead. 3-2 our score here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Cord Babcock taking the mound from the left-hand side, 6'1", 175. As he gets ready to face off against Val Cerna Jr., 8.91 due up for these Woodchucks. First pitch high, Cord Babcock. ERA in his first 2 appearances, probably not exactly where he'd want it, 20.25, the mark of Babcock's ERA, 2 games so far. And he's allowed 3 earned runs, 1 1/3 innings of work so far on the year. He pitched against the Woodchucks. That was his last time out on August 6th. Threw an inning, allowed 1 earned run, walked 3, struck out none. So he might be looking for better outing here as he'll face off against Cerna. However, a 3-0 count. As he looks to find the strike zone. He will. As Tyler Melhop will ring the strike behind the plate. Now a 3-1 count here to the 8-hole hitter in Val Cerna Jr. 250 hitter coming into today. He'll take inside for ball 4 and draw a walk. So Cerna touches first base for the 2nd time. This ball game's been moving along here in Kenosha. We got to look here at Cord Babcock, Milligan College, the school he's out of, the 1 1/3 we talked about, the ERA there at 20.25. It's crazy to say that that will be next year. Bunt attempt here from the 9-hole man and Smith Johnson, well placed. They'll have no play. It's a bunt single for Smith Johnson. And runners now at second and first base as the Woodchucks stand in business. Perfectly placed bunt. You can see the triangle of doom there from the Kenosha Kingfish. Nobody over at first base. Babcock can't get there. And now 2 on, and Babcock with a good move. However, runner and Cerna able to get back in time. And now the leadoff man and Jake Birkland. He is 1 for 3 so far today. He had the triple back in the 3rd. He'll show bunt here once again. Charging Mueller, he'll fire over to first base in time. So Wausau showing out the small ball here in the 7th inning. They put 2 runners in scoring position on just 1 out. We'll take another look. And good play here from Sebastian Mueller. Again, we talked about it. The amount of plays Mueller has had there over at third base today. I guess that's how it is when this Kenosha team has only recorded 2 strikeouts in this ballgame so far. All strikeouts came in the 6th inning. Two runners stand on now for the Wausau Woodchucks. Tying run stands 90 feet away. The go-ahead on second base. The 1-1 inside. The 2-hole man and Samuel Fisher. Fisher has also reached first base twice in this ball game. Had the single back in the 3rd. And then he walked as well. 2-1. It's hit in the air, but foul on the left-hand side. Ball in the air. Could tie this ball game for Wausau if it's deep enough out in the outfield. Now a 2-2 count to catch Fisher. He'll foul it off. Stay alive here at 2-2. Babcock out of Lakeville, Illinois. 6 hits on the board for the Wausau Woodchucks. And that's a lower number than we've seen these teams play at all this year. 2-2 inside, and it got him. Fisher drilled with the 2-2 pitch. And the bases stand loaded now for Drew Birkland. Kenosha takes the lead in the bottom half of the 6th, and now Wausau with an opportunity to respond. They're loaded after that pitch right there. Just went in and got Fisher in the back of the ankle. Slider didn't break enough, and now they stand loaded for the Woodchucks. Corner stand in for Kenosha, and a first pitch strike here to Drew Birkland out of the University of Minnesota. Drew Birkland had a solid year there at Minnesota, appeared in 33 games, 21 starts, career high 325 average. 0-1 fouled off. He was named the most improved player at the Golden Gopher team banquet in 2024. Hit 4 home runs over at the University of Minnesota. However, his team needs him here. Bases loaded. 0-2 count. Cord Babcock, the pitch on its way. It's swung on and missed. Babcock with a huge K with the bases jammed. And now 2 stand away. Kenosha needs just 1 to escape the frame, as Cord Babcock with a huge strikeout on the center fielder Drew Birkland. And now Max Galvin, he's got 3 on, second in the league in RBIs. Another opportunity here. He'll hit one a ton, but is foul on the right-hand side. Kenosha and Wausau have gone back and forth in this ball game. Wausau now with an opportunity to tie it or regain the lead. Cord Babcock trying to work out of the jam he's placed himself in. Bases loaded, the 0-1 count is taken outside to even things at 1-1. Wausau is the last team Kenosha will face this year. Can they end it on a high note? These last 2 games will determine it. Bases stand loaded, the 1-1, swung on and missed. Change up there at 78 miles an hour from Babcock as he stands 1 strike away from escaping the jam here in the 7th. Birkland went down on strikes with the bases juice. Will Gavlin do the same? The pitch is flowing out towards left field. Trailing in is Bickers. It's foul. Bickers and Mueller. Nye there at the wall as well. Stands as a souvenir. And an even more suspenseful 1-2 pitch will await. While we're getting a change in balls, I want to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by The Grind, the official coffee of the Northwoods League. You can look for The Grind in select ballpark team stores and online under the shop menu on team websites. A portion of the proceeds for each bag sold will go to benefit the Northwoods League Foundation. So now they stand juiced again for the 1-2 delivery. It's flowing up, and this will go foul as well. So this is what we've seen here from Max Galvin. This was his bat back in the 2nd inning. Foul ball after foul ball after foul ball before he deposited a single into left field. Can he do the same here in a 1-2 count? The base hit would give the Woodchucks the lead. The 1-2 from Babcock is outside. Slider curved well to the left of the plate, and will do things here in an even count. Cord Babcock can't walk one. First base occupied would push in the tying run. He needs something in the zone. He's got 2 balls to work with here. The 2-2 on its way, outside once again. Runners will now move on the pitch. It's a full count. And the Woodchucks in strong position to tie this game. However, Kenosha stands 1 strike away from escaping the jam. All determined, the 3-2, inside for ball 4. Tyler Melhop said just off the black. Babcock's asking where that was at, and that ties the game at 3 apiece. Galvin was down 1-2, works it back to a full count, draws the walk. Let's take a look at where this pitch was. Babcock goes to the slider here. You see it curve in, but just inside. Good frame there from Justice as now Vance Sheehan will step in. Sheehan grounded into a double play earlier in this ball game. That was his last at-bat back in the 5th. 1-0 well outside, and now a 2-0 count. Babcock stood just one strike away from escaping the jam. It's now a tie ball game. The RBI walk, number 70 on the year for Max Galvin. And now the 2-0 outside as well. Babcock's worked just this frame so far. 2/3. He's allowed 1 earned. That's what he did last time he faced the Chucks. The 3-0 in there for strike 1, so he's able to find the zone. He's walked 2, and he's hit 1 in this inning. This by far the longest inning for the Woodchucks offensively. 3-1 pitch on its way, and it's inside for a ball 4. The Chucks take the lead on another RBI walk. 3rd walk of the inning. And Wausau takes the lead, and out comes manager Aiden Warshing. Looks like RJ Wanatabi. As it looks like Warshing will make the call to the pen for the right-hander out of Japan. RJ Watanabe. As Warshing, maybe he's going to let Babcock stay in this game. It looks like he will. So now the walk of shame for RJ Watanabe back to the bullpen. He was getting his Edwin Diaz strut coming out of the pen there, and now he takes the long walk back. You see it right there. He's like, manager's come out. I thought I was going in. But it looks like Babcock will have at least one more batter to try to escape the jam. Wausau is not led by more than 1. They look to change that here, as Hubbard, who went down on strikes his last time, will foul off the first pitch he sees. So far here, the line on Babcock, 2/3 of an inning. 1 strikeout, 3 walks, 2 earned runs, 1 hit by pitch. And now 2 strikes here stand on Bryce Hubbard. Hubbard went down on strikes his last time. He's got the bases loaded here. The 0-2, check swing, did he go? No. Now a 1-2 count. The danger of these Woodchucks is how they hit with 2 strikes. Can they continue that here? Bases jammed for Bryce Hubbard. The 1-2 on its way. Check swing. No, not again. .32 pitches now in the inning here for Cord Babcock. He can't throw another if he touches 35. 2-2 on the way. In there for strike 3. Got Hubbard looking, his 2nd strikeout of the night. Strands him loaded, so Kenosha limits the damage. However, 2 RBI walks give the lead to the Woodchucks. It's a 4-3 game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. We're stretching here in K-Town on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Thurston's, they were great host parents. They gave me, bed, everything I needed. When we're coming in late from travels, hopefully I didn't wake them up. But I always, remember them fondly.
The host families are unbelievable. How they love these kids, and my hat's off to this organization. They're awesome.
Host families are the foundation of the Northwoods League, no question.
More than 300 Northwoods League players have advanced to Major League Baseball, including 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer, World Series champion Chris Sale, and 3-time Gold Glove winner Matt Chapman, as well as Major League Baseball All-Stars Tony Gonsolin and Jose Trevino, and the 2021 Major League Baseball Home Run Derby champion Pete Alonso. This is Northwoods League Baseball.
Welcome back here to Kenosha, Wisconsin. The Woodchucks. How many runs can they chuck? 4. It's a 4-3 ball game. They put on 2. And the last frame as Kenosha will look to respond. This ball game has stayed within 1 run, it feels like, at all times if the game is not tied. So now Wausau takes the advantage. Just a half inning before, Kenosha had the 3-2 advantage. Now it's a 4-3 advantage to the Woodchucks. And they will go to the pen as well here in the 7th inning. It will be Garrett Lott out of Boisdale Parish Community College. Cleveland, Ohio native, his 2nd year here with the Wausau Woodchucks. 18 2/3 career innings, the career ERA at 3.68. However, that ERA all stems from the 2023 season. He's perfect in 2024. Has not allowed an earned run yet this year. That's through 5 appearances, 6 innings of work, as Kenosha will need to break that if they want to tie this ball game up. Here's a look there at Lott, and yep, 0.00 on the board. 7 Ks, 6 innings, so you know he's got good strikeout stuff. The lights are starting to take full effect here in Kenosha. You can see him shining on those creams. They'll be auctioned off tonight. Last time the Fish wear these jerseys. 0-2 coming here to my draw. He'll shoot one foul. So if you see it right there, the Northwoods League patch in the back of the jersey. That's the reason Kenosha is auctioning these all off. The Northwoods League updated their logo this year. So these jerseys inaccurate. So Kenosha will be wearing new creams and new navies and new blues all for next year. 0-2 on its way. He checks at it. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Brett Meal. Hydroff will stay alive. 1-2 the count. Connor, his last 3 games, all multi-hit games. He's 0 for 2 so far today. 1-2 outside to even the count at 2-2. Growlers have officially clinched. So it'll be Rockford and Kalamazoo. Wausau and Madison. So the winner of those 2 matchups will face each other in the Great Lakes Conference Championship. Hydross worked it back now from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch outside for ball 4. So Mydroff with a quality piece of hitting. Draws the leadoff walk, and he'll trot over to first base. Mydroff can snag a bag or 2. He's got 9 steals on the year. That's currently tied for 3rd best among active players here in Kenosha. This bunt placed down by Patrick Graham. It's a good one. And they'll apply the tag on Graham for the first out of the inning. However, Mydroff advances into scoring position. So we've seen a lot of good old-style small ball baseball today. Wersching dials up the bunt. Again, manager Aiden Wersching over there at first base in this ball game. He's given reps to Jackson Horner over at 3rd. They dial up the bunt to perfection. And now Mydroff in scoring position, duck on at 2nd. There's Wersching. Zach Justice will take strike 1. Zach Justice 0 for 2 as well. The Oregon Duck. A 1 on its way. It's outside. It's now an even count here to the Oregon, California native. born there in Oakland. A lot of California natives on this team. Meindroff leads off second, born in Cali. It's the 1-1 outside for ball 2. Meindroff over there at second base. He's got 2 weeks off after the Northwoods League season ends before he heads to his first year at the University of San Diego. You can see him right there wearing number 11. That'll be his first year playing Division I baseball, which is a pretty cool milestone for him. 2-1 outside, and now a 3-1 count. So Garrett Lott now in danger of walking the first. Second batter here. Justice will foul this one off to a full count. So both walks that he surrendered. He has the one out on the bunt from Patrick Graham. Meindroff walked on a full count. Question is, can Graham do the same here? There's the 8th walk he allowed on the walk to Meindroff. This one's hit sharply from Justice, but that will drift into the opposing bullpen. Looked like some Woodchucks were dodging the baseball out there. Almost got Logan Butler. He's wearing 14 out there in the pen. – 3-2, fouled off once again, so Justice will see another. Garrett Lott, 7 walks, 7 strikeouts coming into this ball game. So now move it up to 8. But he could move that ratio back to 1-1 with a K here of Justice. He's fighting, however. Couple foul balls. No room for error in a 3-2 count with a runner on second and Meindroff. Pitch on its way. It's in there for strike 3. Justice knew it. And Lott keeps that strikeout ratio right at 1-1. Walks 1, Ks 1. And now Nick Putnam will come to bat here in a big spot for the Fish. Putnam, we talked about it coming into the game. Strikeout rate, 42%. He went down in his first at bat. He was hit in the second. But he's been great over the last 10 games or so. He's got a average in his last 10 games above the 300 mark. So he's been seeing the baseball really well as of late. Kenosha needs a hit here to tie up this ball game. 1-0 on its way. It swung on and missed to even the count at 1-1. Again, Lott has not allowed an earned run here in 2024. This is his 6th appearance. Kenosha with the opportunity to do that here with Meindroff in scoring position at second base. Small ball got him there. And at second, can Putnam drive him in with a big hit? That's the question. 1-1 on its way. In there for strike 2. So now Putnam in danger of being the second strikeout victim of the inning and in danger of striking out for the second time today. Putnam, another California native over at UCSB out in Santa Barbara, California. The 1-2. This is driven into left field. This will find turf. Coming around is Meindroff. He's digging for the plate. Putnam will pump the brakes. It's an RBI game-tying single for the Cali kid and Nick Putnam. Kenosha's waving the flag. The game is tied once more. This might be the most complete game we've seen the Kingfish play this year. They've been able to come back and tie it. Offense has come through in moments. We're seeing small ball. You see the replay. Sharply hit baseball as Nick Putnam's really starting to find his stride. And now Robert Newland, the leadoff man. Kenosha has tied it now here in the bottom of the 7th after 2 walks. Gave the Woodchucks the lead. Putnam's taking off for second. Hit and run to perfection. That's into right field. Putnam chugging for third. He'll have it all the way. It's a single. Back-to-back ones for the Fish in the first of the day for Robert Newland. Robert Newland with the single as he's silhouetted there by the sunset. Putnam stands at third. We'll take another look. Solid piece of hitting. Doing good things with the baseball, hitting where it's pitched. And now Fish with runners on the corners here for Tyler Bickers. Bickers the leader in average for the Fish. Came in today hitting .288. That's a good block there from Hubbard behind the dish. Saves what could be a very aggressive Nick Putnam. Putnam has been a menace on the base paths of late. He stands at 6'7", so you think he wouldn't run as well. However, he is very aggressive on the base paths. 1-0, outside for ball 2. Putnam even has himself a couple steals. He's got 3 stolen bags on the year. (2-0) to Bickers. This is line, but well foul on the right-hand side. Tyler Bickers, he's here in his 15th game. It looks like he's going to trade out his bats. That one might have cracked. And James Marshall there will hand him a new one. Marshall, assistant hitting coach. Kenosha did lose an assistant coach this year in Sean O'Hagan, who went down to coach in South Carolina. He was the pitching coach. Jackson Horner, who stands at third, and manager Aiden Warshing over at first base. That's your coaching staff here in 2024. They've only got 2 games left. Runner takes off and Newland for second. He'll have it all the way. No throw down from the catcher, Hubbard. And now the Fish with 2 runners in prime scoring position. Here for the leader in average in Tyler Bickers. Bickers, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee product. 2 hits yesterday. He's looking for his first today. Hitters count 3-1, 2 in scoring position. Outside, ball 4, they're loaded for the Fish. Bickers touches first, and the bases stand jammed. Hubbard will go talk to his pitcher, Lott. Garrett Lott, coming into today, has not allowed a single earned run in 2024. Kenosha has already changed that. They put up the 1 on the RBI single from Nick Putnam, but now they want more. Bases stand loaded for the West Virginia Mountaineer and Michael Peraza. Peraza, he's 0 for 3 today. He could change that here. Bases juice for the Fish. First pitch taken for strike 1. Peraza, 2-time perfect game preseason All-American. Here in his 32nd game with the Fish. He has now recorded a hit against the Wausau Woodchucks. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and he's down in a hole 0-2. Garrett Lott trying to limit damage. That's what Cord Babcock did for the Fish. Can Lott do the same with the bases loaded? The 0-2 pitch inside for ball 1. Thing you have to watch here for the Woodchucks as well is a ball that sneaks past Hubbard. Could bring in the go-ahead in Putnam. However, you know Lott's thinking about that K. He's got Peraza down to his last strike. Bases stand loaded for the Fish. 2 out, the 1-2, and it dribbles away from the catcher in Hubbard, but it's not deep enough. Putnam will stay, and it's an even count. Putnam stands at third. Newland stands at second, and Bickers over there at first. All 3 have loaded the bases. The 2-2 is chopped over towards second base. Fielding is Cerna. He'll fire to first. In time, the Woodchucks escape the jam. However, it's a tie ball game. Kenosha pushes across the tying run in the 7th inning. We're here at 4 apiece as we head to the 8th on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
But what I loved about the Northwoods League is it's strictly college. The kids are all in the same peer group. It's just so refreshing. So if you like baseball, you leave a stadium and you feel really good about what you just saw.
That was one of the funnest experiences of my life, honestly. That was kind of the first time I, got away from home for a really long time and was kind of living on my own a little bit.
you know, the way it kind of simulates college and minor league baseball and professional baseball with the traveling and staying overnight, you know, I had a lot of fun.
More than 700 players have been drafted in the last 5 years, and nearly 100 made their Major League Baseball debut in that time. The Northwoods League is the ultimate collegiate summer baseball experience.
What's up? You need some windows?
Home.
Oh, you need windows, yes you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts?
Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Welcome back here on the Northwoods League Sports Network. A brand new ball game tied at 4 apiece. Wausau, Kenosha, as Chris Rooney will take the mound now for the Kenosha Kingfish as they go to the bullpen for the second time. Rooney out of the University of Wisconsin-Concordia, 1-1, 13 innings of work, 4.85 the ERA on Rooney. It's been up and down for Chris Rooney so far as he faces off here against the Wausau Woodchucks. Seven, 8, 9, 2 up here in the 8th. Rooney can set them down in order. The Woodchucks would have the top of their lineup to try to do damage here in the 9th. Solis has got himself a single. He's also struck out. One of 3 strikeouts, make it 4 as he goes down for the second time today. So all the strikeouts on the Wausau side have come from 2 players, Bryce Hubbard and Max Solis. I'll bring up Al Cerna, so a good start here. Chris Rooney, as he'll fire a strike on the outside corner to Cerna. Chris Rooney stands at 6 foot exactly. Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, 185 from the right-hand side. As the 0-1 outside to even the count at 1 apiece. Rooney, a veteran of the Fish here in his second year. 13 total games with Kenosha. Career ERA at 4.94. Been a little bit better this year than in 2023 at 4.85. 2-1 to Cerna, outside corner. Melhop says just off the black. So now a 3-1 count to Cerna. Cerna's got himself a single today. He's touched first base twice. He's walked as well. Rooney trying to give Kenosha our first 1-2-3 inning since the first. This struck well out and towards left center field. Trailing over is Newland. He'll let it hop. Will be extra bases for Cerna. Newland will fire to the cutoff man, a nigh, and it is a 1-out double for the 8-hole man in Val Cerna Jr. Second extra base hit of the day for the Woodchucks. And look at how much range Newland has to come and get that baseball. No shot at a play. Clean double for Cerna, and now the Woodchucks in prime position to take back the lead they gave up just last inning. Base hit could do it. Woodchucks now with 7 hits on the board. Compare that to the Kenosha 5. 1 error, so a very clean game so far. It's attributed to the Woodchucks. However, that 1 error represents 1 run for the Fish. That could be the difference in this one. It seemed that way through and through. The 0-1 now as Smith Johnson shows bunt once again. He's hustling over to first. The throw from Rooney didn't get him. Smith Johnson beats it by half a step. and he's on with his second bunt single of the night. He had a bunt single back in the 7th. He's got himself another bunt single here in the 8th, and you can see it beats it out by just a half step. And now runners stand at the corners with one away. So with the speed of Smith Johnson, you could be thinking he's ready to try to snag second base here. And if he doesn't, the double play still stands in order for Kenosha. Zach Justice has already thrown out one. Another batter has been ruled out on an interference call. 1-0 hit foul sharply from Jake Berkman. He's a leadoff man. He has one hit to his name so far. It stands as a triple. He bunted his last time up. Was a close play at first. Another one from Sebastian Mueller. His work has cooled down a little bit from the beginning of this game over at third base. 1-1 goes slider outside. So Chris Rooney, he has not faced Wausau this year. His one time against the Great Lake West opponent was against Madison. He allowed one earned run in 2 innings of work. 2-1 fouled off. So now an even count here at 2-2. Rooney started the inning on a strikeout of Souls. Some opportunity here to pick up strikeout number 5 for the Fish. Runners at the corners, the 2-2. Runner takes off, swing on and miss. And they'll pump fake down to third base. It gets into left field. Charging is Bickers, they'll send him home. They'll fire to third, and the runner stays on the bag. The go-ahead run comes across for the Woodchucks. It's a 5-4 game, and we've got time on the field. Is it interference again? Kenosha runs off. It looks like it might be. Well, the meeting of the Blues. It's Newland and Peraza, the only 2 Fish on the field once again. Tyler Melhop, Nicholas Hudlow. We'll take a look here. Did he step in front of him again? Let's see if we can't run it back. Off come Peraza and Newland. And there's a look here. Melhop, Meal, and Hudlow all in conversation as to what happened. We'll see if we can't take another look at the play to try to get a better gist of what happened. So it looks like they'll rule it interference. That's the official call. Manager will come out to call it, but that will be the inning. The Fish will swing it next. Second interference, inning-ending call of the day. It stays a tie game, 4-4 apiece. We go to the bottom of the 8th here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
I've devoted my career as a surgeon to one thing: curing cancer. At City of Hope, more than 1,600 cancer specialists are working towards breakthrough discoveries, impacting over 100 million lives every year, personalizing treatments right down to your DNA. And though I'm proud to be part of a team that's revolutionizing cancer care here in northeastern Illinois, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
Stay connected with America's premier summer collegiate baseball and softball leagues at NorthwoodsLeague.com. Support the Northwoods League Foundation with a purchase from our online store. Get the latest news and stats, or join over 1 million fans at the ballpark. Just select your favorite team, find the game you want to see, then hand-pick your tickets and print your tickets at home. For tickets 24 hours a day, visit NorthwoodsLeague.com. Your home for the Northwoods League.
All right, so here's the look at what ended last inning. Wausau thought they took the lead. However, it's the second batter's interference call of the game. Take a look at this. The strikeout there gets out number 2, but he drifts just in front of Justice, which blocks the throw. You see it right there. It goes as an out on batter's interference the second time of the game. However, it comes at such a pivotal moment. Wausau doesn't take the lead. It goes as an out for the Fish as Kenosha catches a massive break. And now Sebastian Mueller will bat here in the bottom of the 8th for the Fish to try to break this tie. That is such a tough call to make for home plate umpire Tyler Melhop, too, with all the pressure, knowing that the game is on the line, essentially, potentially with that call. As it looks like Mueller gets drilled with this pitch, and he'll let over to first base. So now Kenosha has the go-ahead. Touch first and Sebastian Mueller. Sebastian Mueller has touched first base in all but one at-bat today. And Brandon Nye will look to bring him in. Nye will foul this one off. Brandon Nye was robbed of a base hit his last time up. There's a play from Jake Birkland. Moving to his right. Brandon Nye will swing and miss here, and he's down 0-2. Birkland was the player that, after he struck out, he just drifted in front of Zach Justice, which you can understand. You strike out, you're heading back to your bench. Brandon Nye fouls this off. However, that is a play that you can come back to in this game and pinpoint and say, Jake Birkland taking a step in front of Zach Justice was the reason that the Wausau Woodchucks lost this baseball game. I believe it's the right call from Tyler Melhop, as Justice makes the throw down, but he's blocked. I still don't know if that's a situation as Zach Justice where he should even throw that ball. However, it worked out for Kenosha. Maybe if the runner doesn't block Justice, it's a strong throw down to third and the Kingfish get him. That's why the rule's in place. 1-2 to Nye is swung on and missed. There's the first out of the 8th for the Woodchucks. However, if you're a Wausau fan, you're probably in disbelief right now. You're saying we just took the lead in this ball game, and you're saying it's off the board. Understandable frustration. You have to think, in a spot with this much magnitude, bases loaded, Wausau fighting with Madison every game they can in the final 2 for a home field advantage. 3 games. Potentially, that could come to be in the first round of the Northwoods League playoffs. Wausau wants 2 of them at home. Madison, they get home games. They have quite the advantage. They average around 6,000 fans in attendance. 0-1 taken outside for my draw. So he'll draw the first ball of the at-bat. Miller leads off of first. He represents the go-ahead. A 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2 to Mydroff. The train there at 75 miles an hour. Connor Mydroff has reached once on a walk. That was back in the 7th. Later came around to score. 1-2, shot foul. Mydroff really to extend there on the slider just to get a piece of that baseball. work here in a 1-2 count. One stands away. Double play in order could end the inning for the Woodchucks. Mydroff, he's trying to stay alive. The 1-2 on its way. It's swung on and missed. Got him on the slider, and now two stand out. So after Mueller was hit by the pitch, back-to-back strikeouts for Garrett Lott. Garrett Lott, he's working into his second inning here. Only the one earned run. 2 hits, 3 Ks, 2 walks. And Nate Miskowski now will make a pinch hit appearance for Patrick Graham. Worshing loves to pinch hit for guys in spots late in ball games. His main man was Christopher Schuhart out of Davidson when he was on the team earlier in the year. This time it's Miskowski as he works out of an 0-1 hole. Pitch on its way, it's fouled straight back. So now, Kenosha down to their last strike here in the 8th frame. One stands on. One more strike would give Garrett Lott the side. He struck out Nye, he struck out Mydroff. And now Miskowski in danger of going down. The 0-2 on its way, and it's pop foul. Looks like there is an arm getting ready in the pen. That's Jake Molly. Miskowski will look to stay alive. Garrett Lott trying to end the frame. One strike away from Kay in the side. Pitch fouled off. So before we have to wait one more, I want to remind you that the Northwoods League, they're proud to partner with the authentic Stadium Mustard this season. For over 50 years, Stadium Mustard has been offered at stadiums, ballparks, and arenas coast to coast. The Kenosha Kingfish are proud to be serving Stadium Mustard here at historic Simmons Field. Loved by millions, Stadium Mustard. Miskowski again staying alive at 0-2. Count has not moved from that mark in 3 pitches as Miskowski will not go down. The 0-2, outside corner, no. The left side of the infield was running in. Sheehan and Berkland both thought it was strike 3. Home plate umpire Tyler Mellop says just outside. It's the first ball of the at-bat, and Miskowski putting together a good one. 1-2 the count, runner on, pitch on its way. It swung on and missed. Got him on the off-speed, 68 on the gun. It ends the inning. Lott strikes out the side, 1 left on for the Fish. We go to the 9th. It's a tie ball game. Woodchucks trying to break it when we return here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The Northwoods League Foundation is enriching the quality of life for families with an enduring and caring focus on the communities it serves. Through direct donations and proceeds from the Northwoods League online store, the Northwoods League Foundation is harnessing a unique passion for summer collegiate baseball and softball to invest in communities so everyone benefits from the wide-ranging experience offered by the great games of baseball and softball. Visit northwoodsleague.com/foundation and share your passion for the games we love.
Ninth inning action. It's here. It's a 4-4 game in Kenosha, Wisconsin, as we get ready to see if the Woodchucks can break through. Kenosha, they tied it in the bottom of the 7th. Zeros across the board in the 8th, and this is a leadoff single for the two-hole man and Samuel Fisher to start the 9th, and the go-ahead man stands alone at first base for the Woodchucks. Chris Rooney will try to keep this game tied. We get a look here. Not a bad pitch, gets a ground ball, but perfectly placed through the middle infield for Samuel Fisher, as Rooney will now have to work with a man on first base. They'll show bunts. Berkland's not able to get it down. Bunting has played a big role in the success of the Woodchucks this season. And we've seen it in today's game as well. Two bunt singles for Smith Johnson in the 9-hole. Jake Berkland has laid one down. Drew Berkland now showing bunt once again. He'll pop it up. Putnam diving, can't make the play. Well, Nick Putnam stands at 6'7". He's got a long reach, but was just not able to get to that one. And the count will run now to 0-2. Obviously, the baseball logic checks out, showing bunt, trying to advance the runner. And Fisher into scoring position, and Putnam, just barely. Ball had a ton of backspin on it. 0-2 now. Hit a ton, but it's foul on the left field side. Just early there, off-speed ringing in at 67 miles an hour. So maybe we would expect a fastball here. Fake shake. Looks like off-speed. 0-2 on its way. Outside, did he get him? Yes, he did. Brett Meal at first base rings him up. It's a strikeout for Rooney. His third K in just an inning and a third. And stands as the first out of the 9th. He gets Berkland looking. That's the first time he goes down looking in this one. He's gone down swinging as well. Berkland stands 0 for 5. Now Galvin. He's only been retired once by this Kingfish team. 2 walks and a single. This is hit sharply into the glove of Putnam. He puts on the tag. It's a double play. Nick Putnam does it himself. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It stays tied at 4. Fires up Putman here in Kenosha on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Only 10% of players drafted will play on a major league team. Sandlot Share is a way for minor leaguers to increase their chances of success by joining an income pool with teammates of their choosing. There are no guarantees in Major League Baseball. Injuries, team politics, and trading decisions can affect a player's future and earnings. Mitigate the financial risks of a professional baseball career. Visit sandlotshare.com.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Nick Putnam's having himself a day. Check out this potentially game-saving double play, the extension, and then he applies the tag on Fisher. And Nick Putnam, guess what? He'll come to bat this inning as well. Justice, Putnam, and Newland will all bat this inning. There's Putnam there wearing number 28 as Kenosha with an opportunity to end the season on a high note. 2 games left to play. The Fish have walked off 4 ball games this year. They just need 1 run to make it 5. They have not beaten the Great Lakes East team this year. The Woodchucks swept them in Wausau. Green Bay has won all 4. And so have the Mallards. 0-1 to Justice in the dirt. And he's in an even count at 1-1. Zach Justice, he's 0 for 3. He's got a backwards K next to his name. A fly out and a ground out. 1-1 on its way to Justice, well outside. And the count now runs to 2-1 for the Oregon kid. Justice will foul this back to run things even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is lined and it's into the glove. We'll flip over to first base without issues in Garrett Lott. First out retired here as we could be destined for extra innings. Garrett Lott coming here in his 3rd inning of action. Here's a look, good snag off the ground. That's this man, Nick Putnam, who got the Kingfish out of last inning. Will come to bat here. He'll take outside for strike 1. Nick Putnam, he robbed Gavlin of potentially extra bases. He comes to bat here at an 0-1 count, and he'll take low for ball 1. Putnam's a player who had a very rough start here in Kenosha, hitting well over 100. He's had trouble breaking the 200 mark, but he's been resurgent as of late. 300 above the benchmark in his last 10 games. The defense has shown as well. You saw it last inning. The RBI single in this one to tie the game. He'll swing and miss here to push the count to 2-2. This is by far the best game we've seen from Nick Putnam this year. Question is, can he keep it going against one of the best arms in the Wausau pen? Garrett Lott in a 2-2 count. Pitch on its way. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, says Mel. Putnam goes down on strikes for the 2nd time, and the Kingfish stand 1 out away from having to trot out in the 10th in extras. Robert Newland looks to keep the inning alive. It's a tie game. We're at 4s. Newland will take for ball 1. Kingfish have 1 game after this. It's against these guys. Haven't beat them this year. Robert Newland trying to do it with 2 outs. The 1-0 is lined towards second base. This is gloved by Cerna. He'll flip onto first, and we've got free baseball. Extra innings coming our way. The top of the 10th. We'll start with a runner on second when we return here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Catch all the action of America's premier summer collegiate softball and baseball leagues at northwoodsleague.com. Purchase tickets to a game near you. Get the latest news and stats on your favorite team or watch live game coverage. While there, check out the selection of Northwoods League headwear, apparel, and more for the sports fan in your life. All proceeds support the Northwoods League Foundation. Visit NorthwoodsLeague.com, your home for the Northwoods League.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Before Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, or Pete Alonso ever took the field in Major League Baseball, they were taking the field as players in the Northwoods League. Every year, more than 90 Northwoods League players are drafted by Major League Baseball teams. The Northwoods League is the largest organized baseball league in the world. The major leaguers of tomorrow are playing baseball in the Northwoods League today. Get your tickets and gear online, then visit a Northwoods League ballpark near you.
Extra inning action here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's a tie game, 4 apiece. Kenosha goes down 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the 9th inning. So we start with a runner on second. That is Max Galvin. If you remember, he lined out to Nick Putnam. As the corners come in, the Woodchucks show bunt. This ball drifts, foul. Chris Rooney still on the mound for the Fish as he gets ready for what will be his 3rd inning of work so far here in Kenosha. Rooney has not gone longer than 2 innings this year. He's gone 2 several times, his longest 2 1/3 against Royal Oak. So if he's able to get 2 outs, that will be a career long for Rooney. However, he works with Galvin in second. They show bunt once again. The pickoff throw almost sails into center field. The batter at the plate, Vance Sheehan. Sheehan has got himself a couple walks. He's also grounded into a double play. Nobody out, the runner on second per the California rule. Sheehan shows bunt once again. He pulls back and will take for ball 1. That'll come at expense of a groan from the Kenosha faithful. Tyler Melhop, tonight's home plate umpire. Count stands at 1-1. Corner still in. Bunt showed once again. This time it's down. Rooney will field. He'll fire over to first base. It's in time despite a dive from Sheehan. But more importantly, the go-ahead run now stands 90 feet away in Galvin. So Wausau has done its job. They've advanced the runner into scoring position, and that draws the Kingfish infield in. Good job here from Rooney. He fields cleanly. Good throw, and then look at the dive. Looking like Brett Gardner from the Yankees. Infield in. Hubbard now will swing and miss. 4 strikeouts. Make it 5 actually on the day for the Wausau Woodchucks. Hubbard's got 2 of them. The 0-1. Outside as the count evens. Strikeout would be more than huge here for Chris Rooney. He's already got 3 of them. He hasn't walked anyone. The 1-1 on its way. This is chopped in fair territory. It's drifting foul. It will go foul. Rooney almost touched it in fair territory. He was trying to navigate the baseball, and if your hearts are pounded in Kenosha, it's for good reason. That ball's in fair territory. Galvin easily would have scored from third. Let's take a look here. And yeah, he was able to hop the baseball. He didn't touch it. The circus act there with the feet. In soccer, you call that getting megged. Runner at third, 2 strikes here on Bryce Hubbard. The pitch on its way, outside corner, no. An even count now with 2-2. Hubbard trying to avoid the hat trick. If he puts the ball in play, it could score Galvin. The 2-2, outside corner again. So Hubbard has now worked it full. the go-ahead, 90 feet away. Infield in here in K-Town. Fans cheering the 3-2. In there for strike three. Hubbard took it looking. Bryce Hubbard goes down on strikes for the third time today. His second time looking, he picks up the hat trick, and now Kenosha 1 out away from escaping the 10th inning scoreless. Solis Jr., the last chance. He takes ball one on the outside corner. A good pitch from Rooney. The slider at 71. Solis today, he's got himself a single, 2 strikeouts as well. The 1-0 on its way. It's hit foul for an even count at 1-1. If you're just joining us, what a baseball game this has been. Back and forth through and through. Extra innings here in the 10th. 2 outs stand for Kenosha. A runner on third base in Galvin. The 1-1. Checked at just outside. Rules Malhop. Heckles coming from Kenosha fans across historic Simmons Field. From the fishbowl to the grandstand. The 2-1 on its way to Solis. In there for strike 2. That catches the corner. Rooney now 1 strike away from picking up his 5th. But more importantly, sending this to the bottom of the 10th. In a scoreless frame for the Fish. 4-4 our score, 90 feet away the go-ahead. The 2-2 is hit well out towards center field. Trailing stands Newland, and he makes the catch. Robert Newland tracks it down. The Fish escape the 10th scoreless with a runner on third. Kenosha, they'll try to walk it off when we return here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
Stay connected and up to date with the free Northwoods League mobile app. Avoid the lines and buy tickets to any of the Northwoods League games anytime, day or night. Subscribe for free and watch games live from anywhere all season long. Get the latest news and stats on top collegiate players from across the country, or personalize it with your favorite team. Either way, we've got you covered. The Northwoods League mobile app is free and available now from the App Store and Google Play.
Right, Chip. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Ever since I was a kid, I had the dreams of playing professional baseball. It was my obsession. I couldn't imagine a life where I did anything else. As I played, I kept dreaming about the next step, the next opportunity, the next play, and the next catch. My advice to anyone who wants to succeed at this sport is to never stop dreaming. Dream bigs.
So Robert Newland will be the runner taking on second base. 1 hit can walk it off for the Fish. They've done it 4 times this year. All they need is a single in the 9th to do it for a 5th time. Kenosha, they have not beat a Great Lakes West team in 2024. An opportunity to do it in the biggest of fashions. Tyler Bickers will come to bat. The leader in average for the Fish came in today, 288. Stands now at 278 as he takes high and inside as he pulled back bunt. Fisher, the first baseman, playing well in his position. Robert Newland runs well, tied for second in steals with 12 for Kenosha. Bickers squares for bunt once again. He pulls back. It's another high pitch. Lott is back out for his 4th inning of work. Kenosha just needs one run after posting a 0 in the top of the 10th. The 2-0 is placed down. Newland takes off for third. They won't make the throw. They'll go to first instead, and he's safe. Bickers beat it out. Runners stand at the corners now for Kenosha with nobody away, and that's about as huge as they come. You see the hesitation here from Lott, and buys just enough time for Bickers to get to first. And now Peraza with an opportunity to be the hero for Kenosha. He'll single this up the middle. The Kingfish will win it. Newland comes home. Peraza the hero. Ended it on a high note, their first win over a Great Lakes West team this season. 5-4 Fish. Wave the flag. Kenosha wins the second to last game of 2024. Peraza with his first career walk-off for the Kenosha Kingfish, and they win it in extras. The bunt from Bickers puts them in position, and Peraza brings it home. Kenosha wins in 10. For our crew here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and Zach Morrison and Laura Stockholm, this is Jacob Siciliano wishing you a good night and a happy walk-off here from K-Town. We thank you for watching this production of the Northwoods League Sports Network.